Fortnite has tons of secret details, whether it be a Star Wars skin which was never released, Epic removing part of Travis Scott's emote, or Griffins being teased. Here's 25 secret details in Fortnite. The Pandora's box is rumored to play an important part in the upcoming Season 3 mini-event teaser, and players might have just found something secretly related to it in-game. The box also became a backlink for the Titan skin recently, and if you look carefully, you're gonna notice that it also has some weird scratches on it. And this possibly could be a teaser for what will happen to it in this season's mini-event leading to the next season. And Fortnite might have also just teased a ton of Marvel skins coming to the game nearly 3 years ago. If you visited the Daily Bugle POI in Chapter 3, it had a lot of Marvel references hidden, but one of them stood out a lot more than the others. A picture of the X-Men could be found in an office teasing multiple X-Men members, including a new Wolverine. Just a few days ago, there were a lot of rumors that characters from the new X-Men 97 series were going to be added to Fortnite, and the new Wolverine and Deadpool films right around the corner, so it looks like Epic's been foreshadowing this all along. Something else with lots of references inside it is Cypher PK's icon set. There's a ton of references to his brand, but there's one specific detail that's easy to miss. If you take a closer look at his Shigoki dragon glider, you might have noticed a really small ribbon wrapped around one of its legs. This is the exact same ribbon that Cypher has wrapped around his microphone, and it has a very wholesome story behind it. It was actually his wife's who then later gave it to him, and so to forever cherish this moment, he decided to include it in his icon set in this subtle way. That's not the only creator to include a subtle hint in their icon set. Chico's set also hides a very sentimental story behind it, and a secret name is written on her pickaxe, which reads Ada. This name belongs to someone very close to her who's her grandmother. The reason she added it in there was because she had a lot of positive influence over her life, and so in Chica's own words, her memory will live on for years to come. Something to be teased years in advance though was a cosmetic that ended up becoming part of Fortnite's core gameplay. Owners of the Scoundrel skin will know that his backbling is very special, considering that for years now it can be found across the map in the form of safes. However, many didn't know that the backbling itself was actually inspired by Save the World's searchable safe, so technically it was first teased in Save the World all those years ago. But what isn't very safe though is standing below a falling reboot card. While that may sound strange at first, reboot cards function as regular map objects since they have no physics, and so whenever a player stands below a falling one, it not only has the power to only damage them, but also eliminate them. Reboot cards only deal 34 damage, and it's super rare to happen, but now you have to think twice every time you eliminate someone because you never know if their reboot card's hidden somewhere ready to knock you as well. Another thing hidden was the secretly banned skin from the Star Wars event. During the Star Wars live event at Risky Reels, you could spot the First Order Trooper as a Fortnite skin, and while everyone thought that this was teasing their release, we never got to see them added to this day. But we do have other versions of Stormtroopers. But there's actually a slight difference to these in their helmet, and Fortnite keeps on teasing a new skin's release because in last year's Star Wars May the 4th event, there was an obtainable spray showcasing a different version of the clone troopers. And just like the First Order one, we never got to see them in game. That's not the only time that Fortnite teased a future collaboration way in advance. Because despite being added in Chapter 3, Darth Vader's iconic emote has existed ever since Chapter 1. Towards the ending of the Season X Battle Pass trailer, you're instantly going to realize that the characters are actually doing the Imperial March emote. Not only that, but in the gameplay trailer for Fortnite 2021, you could also see the Cube Queen doing the same emote before it released. And in both trailers, it looks almost identical to the emote that we ended up getting in Vibin. So it's crazy to think that this emote has been ready and finally used almost 5 years ahead of its real release. In other cases, what seems to be a normal original emote turns out to be a secret collaboration. Back in the Resistance season, the Battle Pass included the Segway Tour emote, which at first glance had nothing special about it. Little did everyone know that this particular emote was actually a collaboration with Segway, a brand that revolves around electric scooters. Another instance of an emote being a secret collab is the Vulcan Salute. It released in the Battle Pass back in the Alien season, and it looked like a small reference to the Alien salutes. That was until sci-fi fans spotted it and realized it's a reference to the iconic gesture from Star Trek. And while that season was the perfect opportunity for an official Star Trek collab, we never ended up getting one. It's unknown if the emote was supposed to be a teaser or if the collab was scrapped, but maybe one day when the collab gets added, the emote will be referenced yet again. Speaking of emotes, a nice little detail in some of them is that their poses are actually reactive depending on the skin's emoting. This changes by your skin's gender, and a perfect example of it is the Kid Leroy's emote, which features a different animation for male and female skins. The same goes for emotes like the chair or throne ones. And to avoid controversy in some cases, Fortnite also changed the bounce with the emote animation for female skins to avoid controversy and overall just creepy behavior from some players. However, no emote changes can top the historic moments of the defaults finally getting their own glider upgrade. For years now, the default skins and concept art and just original art in Fortnite have been showcased to use the default glider, and that was until a few days ago. In a new leaked concept art for Chapter 5 Season 2, a default skin can be seen using the hot rod glider, which is very expensive. This is a cool little nod to the past, and maybe in the future concept art, we're just going to keep seeing this default skin evolve with more and more cosmetics. What's a more interesting concept though is how one of Fortnite's most iconic characters was created. I'm talking about Peely, who was part of the battle pass and had tons of reskins ever since, even this season. Donald Mustard, the previous story lead at Epic Games, has a brother also known as Mustard Plays who happens to hate bananas. So in a recent interview, Donald revealed that he and his team went for a full human-sized banana skin just to annoy his brother. This means that without Donald's brother hating bananas, that the skin would never be added, so we have Donald's brother to thank for this. Something that hasn't remained the same though is an emote for Travis Scott, which Fortnite secretly removed. Well, not completely, but a major part was cut from it. If you remember back in the day, the Rage emote was given out for free as a part of the Travis Scott event. It actually had a few audio variations where it used to have a chance of playing a different part of the Stargazing song, but that was suddenly removed one day with no explanation, leaving the emote with one single audio just like it is today. It's unknown if we're ever going to see that part re-added, given the iconic emote will likely never release again. Speaking of icons, Lady Gaga's festival skin was foreshadowed ever since Chapter 3. If you have the Jug Band emote in Fortnite, you might have tried to play it solo, but it doesn't sound very good. If you try it with 4 other people though, there's an actual song playing, and that's being Poker Face by Lady Gaga. It teased her arrival to the game all along, and now you can even play the Poker Face song as a jam track itself. So you can either play Fortnite's version of the song or the authentic one, both with Lady Gaga as a skin. If you switch modes and want to play some LEGO Fortnite, there's a cool Easter egg that only real LEGO fans will have noticed, as it pays homage to the original LEGO games. If a player joins your LEGO Fortnite lobby and then leaves the party, you can actually hear a subtle sound of LEGO bricks collapsing. This is a callback to other LEGO games using the sound effect whenever your character would get eliminated, so it's pretty cool to see that it was brought to Fortnite too. Another detail that's overshadowed a lot is Fortnite's latest trend of matching battle pass skins. Let me explain. In season 1 of Chapter 5, we had Hope as the tier 1 and Valeria as the tier 100, and these characters are sisters and the opposites of each other. A lot more noticeable though is in this current season we have Cerberus and Hades, who both share the underworld theme. This is a cool trend that started back in Chapter 1 season 4 with Carbide and Omega, so it's nice to see a return with recent passes. Battle pass skins aren't the only ones matching, as there's a hidden similarity in all Fortnite maps. If you take a closer look at Fortnite's maps from Chapter 1 all the way to the present day, you're going to start to notice a theme of opposite biomes located on the opposite sides of the map. In Chapter 1 there was the ice biome, and right across from it was the tropical one. Then in Chapter 4 we had the medieval biome, and on the opposite side the futuristic one. And even today we have the Olympus biome, and on the opposite side stands the underworld. So we could assume that we're going to keep seeing this theme continue, possibly even in Chapter 6. On the map there's also teasers for upcoming POIs to reward eagle-eyed fans that are able to spot them, as last season's restored reels was teased inside of the game. If you visited Grand Glacier, you'll notice various paintings all over the hotel, but there's a very important one found here. It showcases restored reels in all of its glory, and it's been there since last season with almost nobody aware. So now we're just gonna have to be more careful with every single painting in houses, as you never know when these could reveal an upcoming POI. And speaking of numbers, a lot of people are unaware, but Nisha's emote from last season is actually reactive to its number of eliminations. Whenever you get an elimination, the emote's animation will change, each time drawing the number of your current eliminations with a sword. The only question remaining to be answered is how many numbers this can actually draw. A question a lot of people were asking though is why there's a video of the Lachlan skin just clapping his hands inside of the Fortnite files. At first glance, this is a reference to Lachlan's reactive face cam he'd used for a while, but there's a lot more to it. When the Lachlan skin first released, you had a chance of getting it for free in the Pickaxe Frenzy LTM. And when getting a win, and only in that mode, the victory screen would then be that of Lachlan's face cam appearing, clapping, and congratulating you. What also appeared secretly was a reference to a Greek mythology creature. If you happen to go past the Olympian temples on the map, you might notice they have a lot of weird looking creatures on it, one of these being a mix of an eagle and a lion. That's the Griffin, and what a lot of us expected to get in season 2 as a flying creature when the first Wings teaser was released. Unfortunately though, as we near the season's end, it seems like Epic just forgot about this, so it serves as a cool reference and nothing more. That's been Easter eggs you missed in Fortnite, so watch another or subscribe.